Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the War Room. Yes, it is the usual Saturday night event over here at Jamaica Politics Uncovered with Karen Cross, Jamaica 411, Michelle Stern, and we have Liz here tonight. So let's get started. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for your patience. We're glad you decided to join us tonight. So, what is the topic here tonight? It is the reckoning, guys, the reckoning that no one saw coming. And this reckoning led by three women. So we're going to elaborate tonight on the reckoning and we're going to, get into it a little bit. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. Subscribe to all of us so you can, follow what we do and what we say here. So ladies, Karen Cross, good night. Good night, Liz.
Yeah, good night, good night.
Yes. So, Karen, do you want to explain to the people when we hear the word reckoning, the political reckoning led by the three women? You were one of those three women. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, did you hear me?
Yeah, you were something about already yet.
Yeah, man, the political reckoning. You want to give the people a summary of what this reckoning is and, how this reckoning changed the course of things as we went into the last general election.
Well, I thought we were just going to warm up first before we get to that part.
You want to warm up? All right, make a warm up. No, you want what you want do? You want to heal up some people or what you want to do?
Yeah, I could be good people in the man. I could be good people where I support, the people who meet on the road.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Today I met, this morning I met down by the supermarket.
Yes.
I met Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is a senior citizen.
Yes.
And so he used to spend all them time reading the Gleaner. Him stop by the Gleaner.
Wow.
Because he have things to listen on YouTube and we are his favorite. So the big up Mr. Johnson, huh?
That's sweet.
The rest of the body is not big up Mr. Johnson. You understand? Huh?
Mr. Johnson, big up yourself if you're listening. We appreciate your support.
So where's Michelle?
I think she's on her way. Let me see. I think she's on her way.
Okay.
Yes. So everywhere you go in Jamaica, the people them recognize you and they recognize we, don't you?
I'm telling you. And you didn't have to speak. People just come up to you and people just say later, Mr. Johnson brought me up right out of the cooler where we pick up coconut water.
Yes.
And and he came to pick up some coconut water and some other juice as well. I was telling him when don't buy them hot and put them down into them, buy them cold so that they can cool off before them start drink them kind of. Good night, Mr. Johnson. I know you're listening.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for tuning in and watching and listening to us and all of that. God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
night, Mr. Johnson, the coconut water, man.
Yes, the Jamaica 411 has joined the room. She's not on the phone with us here, so she want to do it different because of our internet setup. So that.
She's in the room.
Yes, she's in the room with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, because why in the room?
Because of internet issues. You know, it goes sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So.
Well, the thing that Jamaicans need to recognize about this whole political reckoning is that the reckoning is coming for the PMP. It is coming for them. It is they who have to go face this reckoning that started from September 3rd and going into the next local government elections, which is due 2028. The reckoning got a little help and a boost from the universe and from God Almighty himself.
Mm-hmm.
When Melissa came and put them in this position that they are in now. I mean, nothing more nerve-wracking than this with all of them. And from all indication, there is going to be some kind of tectonic shift in the political landscape, certainly in those four parishes. Certainly, the focus is going to be on Westmoreland. And while I don't believe that there'll be no massive outpouring or outgoing of people going out to massively vote in Westmoreland come the local government election, for some reason I feel that the voting public down in Westmoreland is planning a reckoning on their own for their own people down there, the PNP local representatives, as well as the big pants man, them like Leighton Campbell and them. So the entire shift in the political landscape is being driven. Started to shift from before September 3rd, when it was clear that Mr. Holness was going to get his third term. That shift took place, like, just a little bit before he announced the elections, and once he announced it, it never stopped. It just went straight ahead, and all the people that were out there beating the drum and putting on, and people who were not normally involved in politics were on social media participating and doing their part. Everybody was doing their part. The Laborites, the Laborites bloggers, them who started out very slow as bloggers, and they came out very slow, but they picked up the pace and they really, really went to work.
Mm-hmm.
We can't ignore the fact that Mr. Holness himself, who was the leader of this entire thing, being led by God himself, how he conducted himself in the face of so much battering and bruising from Mark Golding and his crew.
Yes.
And how he conducted himself as a leader, So the reckoning is an overall word, is an overall movement that is coming, and it has not stopped. It's going to come now like a landslide on them. It's going to just come down with a whole heap of mud and a whole heap of bricks and a whole heap of stones, just coming down like going to just wash them away. And every time there seems to be some kind of thing happening, every time somebody get up to do something or say something, it always ends up that PNP look like, or the risers, I should say, the rise PNP look like they knock them back against the wall. So this reckoning is going to continue up in 2026 year. Matter of fact, it's going to pick up a bit, because some of us now wait for 2028, but it's going to pick up, and there are so many things going on out there where there's a clear indication from a lot of groupings that are pro PNP, and they are the ones that seem to be trying to disrupt the government and the government program, and that reckoning is coming.
So when did you say the reckoning actually started, and what caused this reckoning?
It started from early August, from mid-August actually. The reckoning of a way of coming onto us. It starts with a process that seems to be going against the tide, so to speak. And a reckoning always going against the tide until it makes that shift, either to the right or to the left. And then it totally takes over everything, and nobody see what is coming. Because before August, or even in mid-August, there was a whole host of people and a good chunk of the country who believed that the risers was going to be Mr. Holness and they were going to win. After they came out of the local government elections, the reckoning started from there. Because immediately, like a week after the local government elections, where they should have, based on where the politics was at the time and how the country felt about Mr. Holness, and the massive amount of young people that came out and voted against Brogan, because Mark Golding's message was, let us go there and get rid of this wicked government, and that resonated, because at the time, there was a good chunk of young people in this country who felt that the government was wicked for one reason or the other. None of them can pinpoint for any particular thing, except just to say the government wicked. Also, the narrative, you have to understand how reckoning works, Natalie, and I want the listeners to understand it too. And the narrative from the risers and Mark Golding, with the help of places like from the Gleaner and the IC and the integrity and the what I'm calling the civil society groups, that kind of push that they were making a hell of a push. Everybody was beating at Mr. Holness, and the GLP was feeling it. Whether they want to admit it, yes or no.
Yeah.
They were feeling. There were also internal things in the GLP where many of them felt that they were going to lose, and they felt that it's Mr. Holness' problem with the IC that was going to cause them to lose. And many of them started put plans in place for their own retirement and whatever it is they're going to do after, so on and so forth. So many of them thought they were going to lose. So that's where it started. And there was this feeling, that in getting this beating from the IC and getting this beating, and nobody knows what to do and nobody knows what to say and how to combat it.
But Karen, let me ask you this real quick, right? During the local government election, I mean, Mark Golding said him win, and the Jamaica Labour Party said them win the local election, right? And it's always been a thing where in Jamaica, where we say anybody who performs well in the local government election, they are projected to do well in the general election, right? Now, I put up a video today saying this is what the general election revealed about the local election. Come here, wait for this, So with the government winning the general election, what does that say about both parties' performance in the local government election?
Well, there were just too much variables to determine at the time that if one party wins or does well in the local, they would probably dominate or do as well or even better in the general election. That is something that is gone in the olden days. That happened when political parties, when both the two major political parties operated at a different scale and a different level. And if we're not going to admit and acknowledge that there was nothing ordinary about there's nothing ordinary about this political climate, particularly from the opposition being led by the British tourists. So I mean, just not ordinary about that. There was nothing ordinary about how they campaigned and how they conducted themselves as opposition, preparing to be leaders of the country. The various things that they did, organizing Jamaicans to protest against the country and foreign soil, and things like that, send out their bloggers to tell lies and create mischief, infiltrate the one body that is supposed to stand above the rest. The Integrity Commission filled it up with risers and PNP people, and who made it their point of duty, who made it so that the only job they have to do is just discredit the Prime Minister and make him look bad. So there's nothing ordinary about all of that. They did all of that. And for them, seeing that they won back some councils and won back some seats and take some seats and all of that, for them that could be considered to be success. But when you dive into the local government numbers itself, you'll find that it's not that great a success, because 13,000 people less came out and voted in this local government election than they did the last one. And with all of that was going on leading up to the local government election, that 13,000 made the difference in terms of how the GLP performed. The GLP was not even in an active campaign mode either for the local government elections. I think basically Mr. Holness was saying, we could keep it and see what go on and how it go on and go around some local places and talk, but it wasn't a full-fledged campaign to hold on back to seats. And for that, I think that it was hard for them to do that because of what the mood of the country was at that time. People was vexed for one reason or the other. Everybody blamed Mr. Holness for their lot in life. Everything was his fault. Them house born on a fee him fault, and pick them now get a school fee. Now go to school for them fee him fault. Them no eat no dinner Sunday fee him fault. The mackerel no dip on the shelf for fee. Everything was his fault. So that was where the reckoning started. I was telling you, it was like the boiling up and swirling around in different directions, just looking for somewhere to burst and go to. If you read and believe in the Bermuda Triangle, something like that. It just look for a place, an outlet to burst out too. And so the PNP was it was on a high leading up to that. They were on a high. They were confident that this argument that they could get rid of the wicked and there was another word, the wicked and something careless, or there was another word that they used.
Uncaring.
Uncaring government.
Yes.
They just get rid of them. And that was a cry, that was a rallying cry that resonated with a good chunk of people, particularly young people, most of whom go to school, go spend them 5 years, smoke ganja down at the corner, down at the ball field, never do nothing for themselves, left school, that went on to do nothing but blame everybody for the fact that their life turned out to be not. So it was resonating with them, and they were the ones who went out and really, really gave the PNP that boost. But immediately after, because of our reckoning setup, immediately after that happens, then boom, people started to say, but I thought that's how I get with a Brogard, but Brogad's still there. Because them wake up a couple months after Brogard, it's still there. Remember, young people stupid don't never vote, It's not something them think about. Them vote, young people are the only ones who probably vote with emotions. Yo, me that man for Goya, man. I'm not going to vote him out, man. Yeah, man, give me 5,000, I'm going to vote for him, man. All that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So and that happened, and they went and voted. But immediately, as we predicted it, we said it. Immediately afterwards, when they wake up, about 2 or 3 months after, they realize that Brogard is under the protection of the Almighty God, and they never get rid of him. Because they never understood, and it was never explained to them that this is a local government election, them can't get rid of Brogard. They have to wait for the next big one. And then the PNP, as part of the reckoning, used the one good argument that they could have had for the general elections in the local government elections. They could get rid of the wicked and uncaring government. They could get rid of them. So that's one argument they use, and it matches up. Part of the reckoning was also, we have to acknowledge that Mr. Oldest himself was feeling the effects of the IC battering of him.
The disinformation.
He was feeling the great disinformation, the great injustice. Because the injustice is not, it was an injustice, When the history is written about that, I will make sure people don't forget it. Because I'm going to address the IC thing in my first live that I'm coming on in February. I'm going to address them. Because I hear Mr. Beresford talking up some things. I want to talk to Mr. Beresford. And I'm going to have a conversation. I think he's going to answer me, but me and him going to have a conversation. So they really they beat him up. They did. He lost a little bit of weight. Him look a little face, look a little bit gaunt. It was a little bit on his back foot.
Yeah.
To use a cricket term. I don't know what that means anyway, but it's a cricket term.
Yes.
But he was a little bit on that. He was unnerved by it a little bit. And there was, no one was out there from the GLP except a couple of the GLP social media people defending him and stuff. And then a group of us included, a whole heap of other people included, came out and carved the narrative and pushed back at the IC.
That's where the narrative changed, wouldn't you say?
That's where it changed.
Yes.
That's where it changed. That's where it changed. When a whole group of social media people, including us, start to push back at the IC about what they are doing to the Prime Minister of the country.
Not only did the narrative change that time, remember I say about half dozen people start cross the floor. About half dozen people start left PNP and go over to JLP. I never see this yet.
The reckoning, the crossing of the floor reckoning never start happening yet.
Oh, me talk about afterwards, man. After people start to hear from us ladies, people start looking and say, well, wait, I chew them attack.
Yeah. But the Margolin also started making some missteps. And once we start to talk about him and what him is about and who he is, then that also picked up the steam, and the country start to see things differently.
Yes.
You know, things start to see things much differently. And Mr. Oldest get him act together and him start deliver houses and him go road and talk to the people them, because I don't know, but look like him get up one morning after the local government elections and him promise that him said, yeah, me and my country, this and me the leader. Everybody out there, my people, me a go out there. And he just go road.
Mm-hmm.
That you know, that Bermuda Triangle thing, that was what really started boiling it down, like a volcano. That is where the volcano started to rupture. When Mr. Oldest hit the road and doing the videos of him being on the road, talking to people and hearing people, not running from people, facing people, make them cuss him, take the cussing, him assure them, or him talk plain to them and tell them that some things never work out. Those things was magical, and those things was big enough. When him start tell people that this and know the promise this, and you know, sometimes the thing change and it never work out that way, I'm gonna try my best again. Those are very, very effective arguments to make to people, you know. People not judge you on the fact that you feel. People will judge you on the fact that you explain it to them. And them problem that, you know. Always a problem that you can feel it. You say, well, you know, so many promises, so I'm going to build 2 schools. But me I tell you, so we only get to 1 because of a whole heap of things that happen. But I promise me I can still try for the next one. That soothes and comfort people, you know. You know, and then Mark Holly start do all kinds of things now. Dig out him bottom, show out the evil one them, show out the evil, go out with pure things. And then
Karen, stop right there, sir. Stop right there, sir. No, sir. Karen, pause right there, so because we have to go lock off your mic. Jesus have mercy. Good night, Jamaica 411. What do you make of the reckoning? The reckoning of the 3 women. Lord Jesus, man. A serious program this is. Karen, where you go do that for?
Well, now that you give me a big word for answer, big word question for answer. Good evening. Oh, good evening, warriors. How are you all doing? I don't want you to take my mother never grow me good, so good evening. Now, Natalie is asking me one question, do one big word. So I have to look up what this a big word mean. Reckoning refers to the act of calculating, estimating, or settling accounts. Often
Oh gosh. You have to go repeat that because that's very important. She need to. Yeah, let me get her up on the line, yes, so because I think it's so important. There she is. I think it's so important that we define the word reckoning because maybe not everybody understand what it means. So go ahead with that definition again. Thank you. Michelle? You there?
Not hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead and define the word reckoning again for those who may not know.
All right, give me a second, I'm going to put my other phone. Make it like a sweet time. Yes, because bad my phone is cut me off in the middle of the next day.
Hurry up. We can't slow up the show, you know.
Yeah, come. So let me start again. Reckoning generally refers to the action of calculating, estimating, or summing up accounts. And me not like this one, because the other one did some better. But we talk about judgment, connotation of judgment.
A judgment they talk about, you know. We not talk about that judgment.
Yes.
Yes, man, the connotation of judgment is decisions that leads to judgment.
Right. That sounds more fitting.
And that's what talk about the connotation of judgment, and that's what talk about.
Settle account.
Yeah, settle account. We not only settling it, you know. We unsettling it and then settle it.
That's
judgment.
Right. Now, if
that's judgment.
We were to, if we are to, in my view, determine when this reckoning began. I would say it began the day when the PNP delegates said, go put him out, not knowing a damn thing. Don't know anything, Adam. The least experienced person want to run. They don't know him. He don't have the right color, and they don't know a thing about him. And they go put him in there now to turn president because they were told that popularity don't matter. Right? And then now, because nobody know this man, them spend 5 years. I came up and down the place. I introduced down to the election campaign in August. The man go meet somebody down at Westmoreland, I believe. Hi, I am Mark Golding, president of the People's National Party. The man said, you know, man, right? So that is where the reckoning started. Now, the reckoning continued. The next day after he was elected, when the late Socrates put out some message, WhatsApp message, because the full risers, them provoke the man, and know the man have these things, and the more put it out, and the more them provoke him, so put them out and started screenshots. Yes, man, until they compile them and start to read and found out that these people sat in a WhatsApp group and planned, right, in order to take it over and read it. And the man who was the head that they were doing all of this for, losing seats. So then come to this Englishman and come put him in the seat, and nobody know about him. Well, when that happened, the party split. And all the beg them to have a hearing into the matter and deal with this problem once and for all, and decide not to do it. What they did instead was to make sure them establish a disciplinary committee.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Polarizers, right? And of course, there was nowhere to go now in order to get, what would I say in Jamaica? Justice. So the party continued. But the reckoning really started in earnest when we start to learn things about this man. Karen was the one who went out and said that his father came to Jamaica in 1953 with slaves in tow. And one man said, well, look it up. When we look up in family history, we notice some of the family people never go back. So we said, no, man, these people are Jewish people. They're supposed to keep them record. Plus, them supposed to be Levites, and they must keep record. So when we look into the background of one called Benjamin Nunes and Esther Nunes, only to find that they had slaves in Jamaica. Mm-hmm.
So stick up in right this so. Stick up in right this so. What would you say to the people then? Because this is sometimes when people talk about the politics, they talk as if the parties are a private club, and if you're not within that club, then you don't have a right to question or say, no, we don't want you to lead us, or you're not fit to lead our country. What you have to say to those people, because you are observing, right? This man who them say is the leader of the opposition, as a citizen of Jamaica, you are observing and you're seeing say certain things now match up with what was presented or what was said, and you went on to do your own investigation on it, right? So as a citizen of Jamaica, as somebody who was not a part of the organization, what you would have said to those people? Leave PNP business alone. What I say to those people?
Well, they're idiots, because there's no political party that don't need voters. As a matter of fact, the NDM could make no headway, because even though they had an organization and people working for them, they never had voters.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they can afford to lose votes and 403,000 below the party perform below par.
Mm-hmm.
Because they think they don't need voters. And tell the people who criticize them to go join the JLP. So they went and then voted for the JLP.
Right.
No, the reckoning continued and lick him hard when we discovered that the man never had a Jamaican passport. Him saying Barney. And he keep talking about him Barney and that draw attention to it. That idiot. Never had a Jamaican passport.
So are you saying to this day you don't believe say born in Jamaica?
I am not telling you what I believe. I'm telling you what he said.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So him now come and we found out that he never had a Jamaican passport till he was 46. He was up and down the place with a British passport. He has never considered himself Jamaican until he wanted to go in a Jamaican house. So all of those things were the reckonings. That means sure.
I be like you, Lisa, for several.
Good night, Liz. Good night, Liz.
Good night.
Yes. So what do you make of the reckoning? When did you notice that there was a reckoning?
Where was it? When Mark Golding stood up and said, I am going to support Peter Bunting for leadership. When the coup was announced by the Right United Movement, that I am going with Peter Bunting for presidency of the People's National Party. That was where the reckoning started for me. And I, in part, I must agree with Michelle tonight. I must agree with Michelle tonight. That is where. No, yeah, I have to agree with Michelle. The reckoning started there and has continued because remember the meanings that Michelle read about the reckoning, judgment. Mark Golding, up to this day, has been internally anti-PMP and has been displaying the behavior over and over again. He did not campaign in 14 parish, the local government. He did not campaign in 230-something division. He was selective, and up to this day, his attitude still is, if you are not a riser, then I am not going to support you. And the reckoning continues because when you're doing the census, there's a housing scheme that you're on the farm. Are you living in a detached housing scheme or what? Mark Golding, up to now, reckoning is still detached. Totally comprehensively detached from the People's National Party.
So Liz, are you still a member of the PNP?
Yes, I am still a member of the PNP because the PNP was founded by Norman Washington Manley, and that is the one I joined. I am still a member of the People's National Party. But the detachment and the reckoning with Mark Golding still continues. And he is still internally fighting.
So Mark Golding is your leader?
No, Mark Golding is not my...
Mark Golding is your leader, even the president of the PNP?
No. On which occasion has Mark Golding publicly announced, said, as the president of the People's National, or as a member of the People's National Party, has never said that publicly, never, and will never say it. So the reckoning continues. Because remember,
so it looked like there was a reckoning we never know about before the other reckoning start. Because you just start reckoning from what, 2019? That sounds like about 2019.
Yeah, man. That is where it all started. When they decided to organize a coup to overthrow the leadership of the People's National Party.
But Liz,
that is where the reckoning started.
Liz, don't you know the PNP could win the election 2020? Tell the truth. Because if you're going to challenge your leader 1 year before the election, the PNP couldn't win the election.
No, because that's what I'm saying. You create this massive divide. And once you do that, then no army, I don't know if you play chess. No army can't go into battle where one general is saying go left and the other general is saying go right. The army can't win.
Oh, Jesus, Syria.
You understand?
Left, right, okay.
Good. And so the reckoning continues. Because if you look at what happened in the local government election, the campaign in the local government election was about Mark Golding. The campaign then moving to the general election was about Mark Golding. And so they reckoning they continue to get beaten and to get the judgment passed down upon them.
But Liz, let me ask you something now. The PNP has not won a general election in 14 years, right? And has not won a local election in since 2012. How much years is that? About 13 years.
14.
Yeah. All right. So what is it now? What explain to the people why it's been 14 years and the PNP just keep on stepping on each other, can't win anything. What the heck is going on over there?
Well, as we say, the reckoning continued or started from then.
So the reckoning still cause the problem?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And as long, remember, Michelle did educate us that God, Norman Manley was on the waterfront and God touched him in the head and the idea born and going to Edna called Ray. Now there's a Bible verse that says our quote our sentence. What I God put together, no man shall put asunder.
All right.
Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, God put the PNP together in the head of Norman Manley and gave it birth. But Mark Golding, an English-born citizen of England, still illegal in the parliament, and is only staying there to get the pension. If I'm there until September, I'm going to get a pension, which I think I'm hoping somebody challenge it. But the JP government does they should challenge him getting a pension and the country paying him a pension. And then come Mark.
No, hold on there. No, on what basis though? On what basis? Because he had.
It's illegal,
it's illegal, yes. It's illegal, so you can't. It would be correct. Him supposed to be thrown out of the parliament. Them know it. Mala Ufo tell him. Them know. Mala Ufo tell him he made a statement, an anti-government.
Oh, when he did India with the dual citizenship, you mean?
Yeah, he made a statement and Mala Ufo at the time Minister of Constitutional Affairs, etc. stood up in God knows, I said to him, I can have you removed. But they did not because the PNP, the JLP knows as long as he's there and the people not
they're bound to win.
Right, so they keep him there.
Was that a smart move or what?
Well, if you get a chance to win something, and that is the necessary way where we need, why change the rules? But it is illegal. They know too that he's there illegally and he's there to gain a pension from the country. And I am hoping someday, maybe I live in a fantasy life, but the reckoning for me is all of what is happening internally. Yeah, and again, on the second time, I understand that MP Natalie, she's now Mrs. Garvey, has said for the second time, she did not sign on to him after the November 7, 2020 debacle. She did not sign the list. She did not sign for him to be opposition leader. And again, I understand after the general election, she also again said she continue to hold that line that Mark Golding must go. So there's a reckoning inside the organization. And until that reckoning is resolved, then we ain't gonna see no, and the judgment is there. And Mark Golding is under judgment.
He's not going to resign because he don't want to. If you resign now and stay, if you resign as opposition leader now and stay as an ordinary MP, going into until the end of his political life, he may end up getting less for pension. He might Jew. He want every dollar. He no want.
Yeah, I know that.
So he must stay. So he must stay as opposition leader until he reach that 9-year mark, which is about September, October, and then he's entitled to the pension of going as an outgoing opposition leader. Him not leave until that come in. People need to understand that my Jew in my count every dollar. Him not leave.
That's why a constitutional lawsuit should be filed against him in the constitutional court and file no. So that him don't get it, him don't get a cent. File it and file it no.
If I did PNP, they would have file it, though.
Remember, when the debate.
Hold on, princess.
Hold on a little bit, princess. I mean, like you continue. Don't forget what I say. When you think about it, if them challenge him, from 2017 until when he came saying getting in renunciation last year, then he won't qualify. He won't qualify.
We know, can be seen in the Constitution. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, according to the Constitution, anybody in the Parliament with then dual citizenship, they're supposed to pay back money to the country, You never know.
When he in Parliament from 2007 with the British citizenship, not even a Jamaican passport.
And him run against a member of the party for the presidency of the party with his British citizenship. Or is that not null and void?
Yes.
No, sir.
But nobody wants to take on those small nitty-gritty things. It's like keeping Jamaica clean, and people don't understand. So it starts with discipline. Discipline of one person eating a bag juice and dashing the bag, or somebody spitting on the road, and that's where it starts from. So it's the small things. And nobody in the parliament and nobody in the government wants to take that on to point out that some money should pay back some money.
Karen, I don't agree with it that it's a small thing.
No, of course it's a small thing.
No.
It's a small thing. So what?
He cannot guarantee that somebody will not take him on and deprive him of that pension.
A regular Jamaican citizen can do it, Enough to be nobody in there. One of can do it.
But the country full of lawyers who have no appetite for fights like these. None of these lawyers have the appetite for fight like these.
Jamaica alone.
Telling you.
Ladies, remember during the debate when the Prime Minister answered him correctly and said, being born in Jamaica, being delivered in Jamaica. Well, the Prime Minister said being born in Jamaica does not make you a Jamaican. And the whole country get up and I say, oh, interested in that. I mean, explain to some people say yes. A diplomat comes here with them child, but they're the ambassador to New Zealand, from New Zealand. The child is delivered here because the wife is pregnant here. But the child is not a Jamaican. It's a New Zealand child, right? Now, the Prime Minister said that and pointed out. And it is a very important point. As Natalie said, any Jamaican can challenge that correct.
Yeah, but that means lawyers, man. The lawyer of a court.
Me know. None of them have.
Let me tell the country this. Let me tell the viewers on this. I sat down and called 86 lawyers to carry Mark Gold into court for getting out of the parliament. 86 lawyers in this country I called.
Then why you just attack them sitting here?
Because that includes GLP lawyers, That includes lawyers who are
you just attack them something. I force me to hear this.
Yes, it's true. But Michelle and I was doing it. It's something that me and Michelle are taking court.
Breaking news, people. Area. Karen called 86 lawyer to get Mark Gold out of the parliament.
Lawyer after lawyer after lawyer. And you know what happened? Every single one of them. The first lawyer I called was the one making the news now. Because I him first point out this thing about Mark Gold's illegitimacy.
That's a wild man.
Him same one, him wild like hell no. Yes, him same one. him now. Him same one. He was the one who came out in the public and said that Mark Gold is illegitimate in the parliament.
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah. So a couple of days after that, Michelle and I called him. We could put him and we had a discussion with him and he explained to us how Mark Golding is illegitimate in the parliament.
And then PJ come say it too.
Yes, but okay. So after we finish talking to him, we tell we should call him back, and we'll go back and we'll discuss it. So it's me and Michelle, and we'll discuss it. And we'll call him back and we'll ask him some questions and he provide the answers. And we'll call up some other lawyers who are versed on constitutional affairs, and we ask them some questions and they provided good answers. Then we call him and tell him I said we'd like to hire him to take Mark to court.
Mm-hmm.
And him say, yeah man. And I say, okay, all right then. So I'm just need to discuss now the money part and the array and thing. And so yeah, but we have the money ready, you know. Whatever, him give me a figure. I'm gonna tell him I have it ready. The next day the man called me and tell me say, you know, I'm not gonna take on that now. And then he recommend me now. He give me a list about 7 different lawyers to call. And I call all of them. Every single one of them. Who most of them said yes. And then they call me back and say, poor, my wife and my children. And you know, this is a hot button issue. And you know, Ray.
Where the hell are going here, so?
It's a call liar till a fool.
Somebody big ear, a big liar ear.
But we don't realize, hold on, stick up in. We don't realize what's going on, you know. We don't realize, say, out of the entire Jamaica, are we 3 women alone have courage in this country?
Yeah,
we don't see it.
No, that's true. That other people have courage, man.
Then look, Karen, stop talking foolishness. What do you mean by you could get one lie out of 86?
The liars, they're talking right now. Liars of this country. Most of them are PNP aligned. Those who are PNP aligned gave off this gave me the feeling that maybe Mark will win. Them really want it, because maybe Mark will win. You know.
So what about the JLP liar them?
Lord of mercy, them sick my stomach.
Them are coward too.
Yeah, but they're not good. Well, a couple of them said to me that they feel like being publicly known as JLP just seem like it's so. But what I make it seem like that? Why people feel about how it might seem? It just seems like it don't matter.
The Labour Party never won beat because boy, if they go do that, no Lisa probably take over the box cover and they couldn't afford that. So
yeah, them never want to move. It's true, them never want to move because I must have beaten sick. So they never want to move.
Make we move on.
Well, it is good politics. No, I wouldn't frame it that way. I would say it is good politics that they would want him to remain. It's good politics. It's extremely good politics to want him to remain. But for us to take him to court would have also been good good. It not only good for the constitution, but it also have been good optically. Politics that have been good politics optically, and it certainly would have provided a lot of doubts in people's mind about this man. But the lawyers in this country did not want to take it on. 86 of them, Natalie, you have the whole list of them.
All right, the next war room, I'll call out every one of them name. I joke. No, make we move on to something else here. So, hold on there. Before, our talk.
What you saying, Michelle?
So then I'm not damn integrity. And no patriotism in it.
Yeah.
All right. So, want to say the reckoning is ongoing, ladies?
The reckoning is going to reach its crescendo with the tectonic and massive political shift that's going to take place in Westmoreland.
Oh.
No matter what Mark and the PMP and Dayton Campbell and them do, by the time the reckoning reaches its crescendo, the whole of them will be scrambling for cover.
So what you say, a bloodbath down there, down a Westmoreland for the
Don't use the word bloodbath.
Well,
unless you say it to be a political massacre.
Okay, all right. So that is what you're expecting down in Westmoreland for the local election next year.
It's not an expectation. It's going to be let me be clear. It's going to be a tectonic shift, one way or the other.
Okay.
It's either one of people going to come vote against the PNP representatives and vote for the JLP representatives. I hope people now come vote for the money.
Okay. It don't look good. But
it doesn't.
Make we move on a little bit. I want to talk, since we're not talking about money, because I want to say the people them love money. But I heard the journalists asking at the press conference about Huey. They came out in a press conference about Huey and saying that, the government who for resign and the government corrupt and all of them something there. So then say that again.
UHWI.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. The University Hospital audit that came out. They came out in a press conference accusing the government of being corrupt. I don't know how government corruption reaching at this when the Auditor General didn't accuse the government of anything really. But anyway, so I want to play this video for the people to let them listen to what the opposition said about the money that they're collecting for the hurricane victims. Have a listen, guys.
Hurricane Melissa, the People's National Party has courted donations from individuals on behalf of that effort. Is it the intention of the opposition to make available to the public what has been collected in terms of the quantum and what that sum has been used for in the spirit of accountability?
Well, the People's National Party has always been very transparent and open with our financial accounting. Annually, that is published, audited financials, and I'm certain that this will form part of that process. In the meantime, we urge the government to be transparent and candid and to tell the nation what they've done with the millions they've raised in the name of Jamaica to build back constituencies such as South St. James. We're still waiting to get some of that.
So, yes, we have put in place a structure. We created a new structure after Melissa with a national disaster risk management committee within the party. There's a chairman who is Fitz Jackson. There's a project director who is the treasurer of the party, Senator Keisha Anderson. And part of their mandate is to ensure that there's full accountability and accounting for any relief that is administered through the party. So those reports will be prepared and will be made available in the appropriate channels. What I would say is that what we have heard is that there have been many billions of dollars of emergency procurement by the government. Emergency procurement means that there is no proper tendering and you don't know whether you're getting value for money. Now, I'm not saying that the circumstances didn't warrant.
All right. Just so I don't stretch this out too long, the response coming from the opposition to the journalists about the amount of money they received and how it is being spent. They did not answer the question, okay? So they didn't say, okay, we collected 25 million so far and we have assisted 10 people to, repair their homes. They have not answered the question. But Nikisha Burchell knows she's going to try to insult the government unnecessarily by saying the government needs to account for what they're collecting. Well, somebody please to go and tell Nikisha Burchell say the government, if she was paying attention, she would have known that the government just rolled out the 10 billion Jamaican dollars in reconstruction efforts, and they already are delivering, checks, as you can see on the screen right there. They're already delivering checks to people, you know, who are getting assistance to reconstruct their homes. So that is fully in motion. So there is nothing for the government to explain. They've already explained it, and as a matter of fact, see the people up on the screen and get the check there. 75,000, 200,000, and 500,000 people are get depending on.
Natalie, the journalist, you see, old journalism, the journalist that asked the question of Mark Golding, and he deflect up to now, the reckoning, what the sum that the PMP collected and how it has been dispersed. When he got that answer, when he got that Trump display, where them deflect and don't answer the question, the journalist should have followed up. That is, see the reckoning, I said it earlier and I said that, I'm saying it again. The reckoning is not going to stop until Mark Golding is fully exposed. Now for this case, Mark Golding go again and him collect in the PMP name, because what Mark Golding is actually doing now, out front, like Donald Trump, Mark Golding is hustling. He's using the office of president of the PMP and the office of opposition leader, and he is hustling for him personal wealth. Nobody not take them on. He is Trump come at the presidency, Trump broke, and Trump I use the presidency vulgarly and a hustle.
I will not tolerate anybody that on this program that talk about President Trump them way there.
Because it's the same thing Mark Golding.
No. You see, if the Jamaican people had gone out on September 3rd and chose to vote for the risers led by Mark Golding to make Mark Golding Prime Minister of Jamaica, I would be out here backing up anything he do. For the mere reason that they vote for it. He told them what he was going to do, and they voted for him. Mr. Trump never hide and tell nobody, say, he's not going to do that, and then him go under the quiet. He brought it out loud and said everything that he's doing, he was going to do it. And they go vote for him. They went and voted for him, having heard it. And nobody tell them, and nobody tell a lie, say, we don't do a vote for him because we're going to do this now. I mean, people say that. But when people ask him, are you going to? Yeah. Did you say what? Yeah. So when you think you're going to do that too? Yes. So stop it. Stop it. Him said they're going to deport them. Everybody. Mr. Biden opened the border for 4 years straight. It opened. And everybody are going to come like a them yard.
True.
Mr. Trump said
Project 2025. Project 2025.
Which is evil. But as I'm saying, the comparison I'm really making is that this man, this white English-born man, is also hustling the country. That's why I hope him get stopped and not get attention. Mark Golding is hustling the country, hustling after the PMP name, and hustling the country as opposition leader.
Yeah, man, enjoying being opposition leader. That gets security and vehicle
$100 million
money.
He's hustling the country.
Yeah.
All right, guys, make we go down to Westmoreland real quick. Because I know say. All right, go on.
Because I did a video on that very same topic and put it out at the night. So you guys can go watch it. On the question that Siobhan asked them about the relief money what they receive, right? And what they did with it. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, but the journalists themselves, well, we have problem with journalism in this country, because nobody was pushing him on it.
But I said that all the while, man. Them don't know if to ask follow-up question. Them don't know if to push. Them don't know if to stand up with one another in the room. Me can't bother with them a journalist in Jamaica. They don't know what them are do.
I know, but
them come like the 86 liar. Them want to call none of them would have take the case.
And none of those journalists was informed enough or have the integrity to say to him, yes, we have a clear understanding of what the government is doing. Yes, there is information out here as to how the millions or billions of dollars that is coming in for the relief effort is being spent. None of them have the good sense to say, yes, the Auditor General is doing daily audit, hourly audit, so we know where that is going and we have access to it. They have access to it, It's because them don't see nothing for quarrel about why we don't see it, Because had they seen anything that the Auditor General is doing, because she's doing real-time audit, and if anything had come up about anything being not done the way it should, they would out there talk about it, but because there's nothing, they're not talking about it, and none of them, all of them sit down there and say to him, say, yes, we have a full understanding of what the government is doing. We do, and we play politics with it. So we are now asking you about your money, the money where you use Jamaica to and put it out here, so now look money for Jamaica.
Them don't answer how much money they collect and what them do with the money. That are the answer what the Jamaican people them really want to hear, So I don't know where them are journalists. Boy, I don't know. Anyway,
hold on, let me make one final point. They, in all fairness to them, they were fixated on the Dennis Garden business, the company, right?
Yes.
And when Siobhan asked the question, I do believe it was one journalist that asked a question after that.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked for a permanent secretary. So they closed it almost immediately after. So and the way in which the format was, you ask a question and then they move on to the next person. So they never get a chance. But the Dennis Gordon thing seemed to have been occupying their mind, and it's only Siobhan asked the question when he got a chance to ask a second time.
Okay.
But did anybody name at that press conference?
Anybody do
Yes, ma'am.
Dennis Gordon name was mentioned at the press conference. I didn't see it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they mentioned him there, but they never asked him, well, they just asked him, I don't remember how the young lady asked the question the first time, but she was able to ask, and call him name. And Siobhan, I think, called him name. And Mark says, that person whose name you mentioned, I spoke with him. Right? Well, and he knows where he stands and he knows where the party stands. Well,
all right. So Mark told up, I got some information on this because I didn't watch a thing. So I'm asking you, Michelle, because I know you watch the whole thing. They asked about Dennis Gordon, and Mark didn't say Mr. Gordon or Comrade Gordon, and I spoke. So he said that person who you just mentioned. That's what he said.
Yes, because what he did initially when the first question was asked was to say that I can't speculate on this because the Auditor General did not name a company. It is just one media house come out with this rumor, and he can't answer question based on that. Then when the second question come to him now, it was Siobhan that asked if him hear the rumor. Basically what Siobhan is saying, you heard the rumors. Did you go to Mr. Gardner ask him about it? And then no, this is where he get that trouble. He said, well, I did ask the person whose name you mentioned, And he knows my position, and he knows the party's position. And, I told him, the chipper, made the chipper where it lies.
No name never call. Them say a member of your.
No, they call a name.
All right, me have the video. Let me play it. Hold on. When I go on time, may I come?
And then
what I want to know.
He said
hold on one second. What I want to know, Michelle, is the wording. You see, that is what is I want to know, because there is something in how you word things. And Mark Golden have a deliberate way in how he words things to make his intentions and how he feel about it known. So if the gentleman in the press said to him, say, Mr. Gordon, and then his response was, that person whose name you call.
No, because he never want to mention the name, because remember, that was the plan. He just had to answer it, because remember, you hear this rumor and you never ask the gentleman.
What do you mean that was the plan? Does Mark plan not to mention Dennis Gordon's name?
No, the whole idea was that they can't, because of the way how they were phrasing the thing. Right?
Okay.
It was one journal.
I understand what Karina say,
Well,
I don't think it was his intention to insult.
All right. That's intention. Well, land up, Princess, man. It was not his intention to mention Dennis Gordon's name.
So somebody has said the name was called. The video on my other phone, that's why I can't. Let me see,
Yeah. But I want you to understand, when this thing first came out, and speculation was rife and running all over the place that it is Dennis Gordon's company, and it's Dennis Gordon and does. Somebody told me that Mark was furious. Those are the exact words the person used. The person said, the party leader is furious and demanding answers. Furious. No, the fact that only I'm going to look further with this. I think that the way it comes to that today suggests that them intend to throw Dennis Gordon under the bus.
Lord have mercy. But you know what? They made do it, because him is not a riser.
And they under the bus.
Yeah, but what he said, when he said that, that him spoke, because he couldn't escape. Because the question would be, how is it that you hear this rumor, you never ask the gentleman about it? So he said that, and then he said, and I think it fly out of his mouth, he said he did nothing wrong. So therefore, that was an admission.
Hold on there. Let me play the video. Make a play the video. Hold on.
With the minister, University Hospital is too important to Jamaica's national development for this to be allowed to go with no one being held accountable. It is just another incident in the litany of malfeasance, of corruption, of nepotism, which has been a feature of the Andrew Holness government for the last 10 plus years. And although the frequency of these incidents is such that people tend to become immune to them, it is our responsibility as the opposition to bring it to the attention of the people of Jamaica and to frame it in the appropriate context so that people can recognize the dangers of allowing these things to go unchecked without proper accountability for those whose responsibility it is to prevent these things from happening or to take the right steps to move forward and solve them. And that is why we call this press conference today.
Well, on there.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. If you have questions and you're in the room,
Lord, I can't stand you, that woman. Lord Jesus.
Company owned by the party. My question is for the opposition leader. Mr. Golding, the medical company owned by the party is the chairman for Region 3 and MP for East Central St. Andrew, Dennis Gordon, has been linked to benefiting from the unlawful tax cuts at the University Hospital. Now, in light of your tough stance against corruption, how are you treating with this matter?
At this point, the only formal investigative report we have is the Auditor General's report. And that report does not name any specific company as being involved in anything.
That's all I recorded. His name was mentioned.
Now, with all of this fracas, whether Dennis Garden, for me, the way this thing set up, Dennis Garden, I don't believe did anything wrong. I think people should start ask the leadership of the UHII, the university, as well. Those are the people, the executive body, the board. Those are the people who have to sign off on those things. And even if somebody come and asks if you do something for them, or we have a relationship, or we're going to do this and you do that, and a quid pro quo, and it's legit and it's on the table, and it's not anything that is going to be illegal. Yes, it's illegal once it denied the government revenue. Why nobody not questioning the board and the executive leadership of the hospital?
Of course, they have to get questioned too.
Him couldn't do it on him own. Him couldn't just come and do something. Them have to sign off on something.
So Karen, hold on there now. All right, so the head of UE, absolutely no doubt, he would be the first. He my witness number one.
Yes.
He my witness number one. So what you say? What you say? Yes.
No.
So we now.
Hold on a little, man, because we did the research on it. So let me tell you why I think the board more than likely didn't know. Because did not know.
Okay.
Because, first of all, those dialysis machines. You're talking about three companies.
Hold on there, Liz, mute your mic.
Mute your phone.
Okay.
Yes, Bishop.
So the duty-free status, now that is the CEO. He would sign the declaration saying that the items that are coming in your name is for their own use, is for the hospital use only. And it's on that basis that the customs would grant the duty-free status. No, but remember saying that the university bought it, University didn't buy it, so that never got to the board for approval because they don't know about it. It is the CEO would have signed off on it, sent the declaration to customs, and then the private company didn't get the goods. It never came to the UE, so they never know probably until the
it might not sound good even when I say it now, but that is normal practice in business circles.
So Karen, let me just ask one question for and Bolana. You behave like Liz now.
Where's that? The point to you, and then you can ask the question because
okay, go ahead.
Because the goods came into the university's name, right? They had to pay. There's no customs duty, but you have other customs expenses, right? Amounting to 1.9 million and some other figures. Now, even that is a small amount of money that the CEO signed off on, not the board. So I don't think they know, but somebody inside of the accounting department would have drafted this check, would have known what was going on, and so then bust on them.
So well on there now, what Karen is saying that Dennis Garden is innocent in all of this.
I didn't say innocent, I said it not to be blamed. He didn't do anything. He never tell no lie. He never deceive the customs. He never do all of that. It is the university hospital that did all of this, and there might have been some arrangement between him and his company and the university hospital as to how this is going to work out. I just don't like how it seems and it is directing at. There is a face to man, I'm really my friend, but me and me really agree. But it just seemed like this is a regular business practice across Jamaica with business people. Then get duty free things around the country. How much $1 million? They want it all the time. Even the same people who are supposed to run the country due to them wanting and them friends too. So the delude themselves as to believe in that this is not a regular practice amongst them as business people. As them said, it's not a crime, it's a cover up. So
Okay.
I mean, it usually is the cover up and not so much the crime. I don't see it as a big deal, but I do see a problem with how the university hospital operates. Because if the executive director or the CEO can sign off on something without running it past the chairman of the board, at least, and a couple of board members, then that means there's some lapse in how that operation runs.
Well, somebody have to go pay about the country $23 million.
No. Let us understand something. This MP Dennis had built a medical facility, part of which is dialysis, and I think he's on the board. He's a student at UA, and the University of West Indies can bring medical equipment into the country. They have that spacing that Petrolem call it. So what Dennis did was
his company, I just to add something, Princess, because I know where you're going. His company and the university hospital could also be working where him probably bringing things for them too as well. It could be working both ways.
They bought the 12 dialysis machines, right? Because they have that facility. They bought others. They also bought some for other hospitals. So what they use is they have this facility. At the time, they were not needing to use it. So they were asked and they bought 12. There is nothing wrong about what's happening.
Who is about it?
The University of West Indies have the facility to bring it in.
Never said that. There is no record of them having bought it. That's the point.
Well, I think the focus of the investigation is on the fact that the country was robbed about 23 million in revenue. And that them really are focused on, you know. So you see all this thing now.
The country have ways to collect them 23 million.
So who will pay it? Who will pay it back?
Just to be clear, Just to be clear, the 23 million is not what Dennis Gordon's company would have benefited from. It's around 10.1 million, I think.
Who benefit from the 23 million, Michelle?
It's companies. It's 4 companies, in fact.
How many?
One of them, the university. 4 companies.
Okay,
One of them, the university did receive the items. It was purchased for them. The bins, the 40 bins.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some issues with the procurement that the Auditor General had a problem with. They had prior knowledge and made a bid and all kind of something. So that was our argument. But the other 3, the items never went to the university. It wasn't for them because it wasn't for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so them get something out of the whole thing. Them get items out of the whole other things.
Who get items out of it?
Let me ask a question.
No.
They did not.
No. The items were not for them.
Okay. None of it.
Only private company number 4. The bins were bought for them.
So when you see it as corruption, PNP has said corruption. Is corruption?
Well, if them tell corruption, you're going to argue with them. And after them member.
Them are the expert on what is corruption.
All right. No, me
Natalie,
hold on now.
Natalie, Dalrymple, she as member of parliament, she has a exemption. She bought a BMW or a Benz, but it was bought through her tax exemption for her sister. Right?
Yeah.
Remember that case?
Yeah.
Well, the Dennis MP Dennis Gordon built a medical facility.
Liz,
one of the areas that
Liz, cut the story a little short, now compact it so we can
So what they did was use the medical exemption that is allotted to UE, and among other things, they bought 12 dialysis machines.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they did. So the tax exemption for the university was used in order to benefit a private company. That's the argument.
Okay, and what is wrong with that now?
And that is the reason why the auditor general, call them company 1, 2, and 3. Because the minute people realize politics in it, everybody will jump and take a side. You understand? When I don't know who was involved with Nationwide, never walk them out and said, no, everybody would have cost them. You understand? But now that them pinpoint a politician, and if it was a Labour Party people, that some of them would have the panic. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you call it company number 1, 2, and 3. CEs, don't call names because that is a distraction from what it is that she says.
So how does these press conference how do these press conference where PNP are run out about corruption? Only if he said that hurt the whole thing.
Well, but Mark Bowling is not attached to the PNP.
If I may say what I think that the press conference was called because the narrative that DAWs had started was that things are going on at the University Hospital, corruption are going on, and the minister is to be blamed. That's it, this narrative. When Nationwide bust the news now about Dennis's company, right? Did they call the name? I don't think they
no, I think them say a member of parliament and the opposition.
And then the rumor started, and then the name started to call, and then the focus started to shift from the narrative that they have created. Blame the minister for all of them things that happened in the UHW audit. And then I think some idiot will tell them to come out and have this press conference and try and bring the focus back where it should be, and then get literati. The journalists them ask 3-4 them ask questions about the member of parliament for East Central, right? And Zara called the company's name and cut out the piece that we couldn't hear, but they could hear on the inside, right?
That young lady seemed to be losing some schools.
No, but she asked the question because that is what she found out, and then it turned around and write them in the news.
All right, guys. Thank you for clarifying your view of this whole thing with the University Hospital. Make we go down to Westmoreland So here we go now with the PNP saying that they're going to probe the sexual harassment allegation against the Westmoreland MP, right? People are asking, where does this go? And they're asking that in terms of what are the implications for any member of parliament who are implicated in these things. We saw what happened with George Wright. George Wright had to leave. I don't know if in party put pressure upon him. In party had to disassociate and say them expel him and all kind of something. So what is going to be Dwayne Vaz's fate until this back and forth legal fight is complete? Because it have to stop somewhere,
Councillor Chang say she's not apologizing. Kudos to her. And she has also instigated or started legal proceedings against Dwayne Vaz.
Okay. So, Karen, let me ask you feel like, say, the Parliament of Jamaica or the PNP will do anything where, Dwayne Vaz is concerned? Because this is becoming a real distraction,
No, it's not a distraction, it's exposure of a dirty man. Because like Manchester, Westmoreland also have a dirty man problem. So here's where I would like to start with the Dwayne Vaz matter. I saw a picture circulating with Dwayne Vaz and his bride, because they are newlyweds. I don't know how long they're married, but based on how him look, I am saying it's a pretty new marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here wondering, is this woman that Dwayne, I would not mix it up because she has done nothing wrong.
True.
I have to respect her.
Yes.
And all of that. But she can't be outside of the narrative. She have to be included in the narrative, but with respect that is due to her. If she come from Westmoreland, born and grew in Westmoreland, live in Westmoreland, particularly in central Westmoreland, how could she not know that this is the man she was marrying? How could she not know that this is the dirty, nasty man that you're marrying? A drunkard who walk around and look woman and text them and harass them and doing all kind of things to get pum pum. How could she not know? But I'm just asking that, just in case she born and grew up in Westmoreland. Not disrespecting her, I'm feeling real bad for her actually. Well, actually I really feel bad for wives, when them husband and nastiness. It's not something that I feel bad for. But I really don't want that showing her any disrespect. All due respect to you, Mrs. Dwayne Vaz. But if you're born and grew up at the place where this man walk around and harass women, he is known as a woman harasser.
Karen, at the first me ever hear him implicated in anything like this. You're saying that?
No, because him get out with it is something like do from him a young man. Oh. I was shocked when I get that information. And she's not the first person. Julian Chang is not the first person to do this too. And it's one of the reasons why Julian Chang stand up so strong in terms of her convictions and what she have on him. Because she have things on him. She sent everything to Mark Golding from last year or months before, then I don't know. But last year, he got the whole thing. Or last year or the year before. They got the whole texting, both him and the next dirty man down at Westmoreland, Mr. Epstein. The Epstein. All of them got the text messages. Every single one of the leadership got it. She sent it to them. And nobody decided to do anything about it. So they just walk around and continue to do it. And after she sent it to them, he proceeded to harass her for doing that. For calling him out, for sending him name and to party headquarters, for sending that to them. They couldn't do nothing about it because they're busy wanting to win election and become leaders of this country. This dirty man. How could his wife not know that this is a man that walk around the whole of Westmoreland and harass women? Never went to play a damn in a particular place when you used to play a damn in one drink club practically every night when he was member of parliament just to harass one particular woman to beg her boom boom. So I mean, and that's what me start from say, I hope this wife don't come from Westmoreland. I hope she doesn't hear these things because she don't come from Westmoreland. But if she's from Westmoreland, it is hard for me to wrap my head around. How could she not have known that this man that she is going to walk down the aisle with and promise before God and family and friends and community and country and say I do to him? How could she not know?
So what happens now with the parliament? As me say, George Wright's situation now was between him and him baby mother. And me hear people say the baby mother lick George Wright first. Me don't know.
Yeah, I hear that long time.
But me hear say she did lick him and provoke him. But the part.
The baby mother was always flinging lick on George.
So the video camera will pick up with him though and them making come out of parliament. So this nowhere, and the mother of his children, the lady he ended up marrying, it's not like say she go iron a lawyer and I deal with him like Miss Chang is dealing with Dwayne Vaz. Right now we have an allegation against Vaz. There is a woman with she has show evidence. She is taking it to the courts. So what is gonna happen now? What does the parliament do and what can the PNP do?
The PNP can ask him to resign. Them have the information, Them have the information on what this nastiness said to this woman, And I can tell you, it's not when it was texting Julian Chang, it wasn't saying it's just one text himself about a dream, The other text was so nasty.
Some more text did they?
I want to text you from when this boy said, man. That is why I'm going after her the way he has, because after him send all of them texts, and she asked him to stop. And I hear Cliff use them ask her why she didn't tell him when he sent that first text, why she didn't tell him that she found it offensive and that he should stop. And Cliff Hughes is a man, so and I like to explain something to my dear Cliff. She is a woman in representation politics. He is her superior, so to speak. He's a member of parliament. She's a councillor. When a woman councillor gets such a thing from a member of parliament and all of that, it's hard for your first response to be, this is offensive. You must stop it right now. You know? But at the point when she did say that, and at the point when she decided that she can't take no more, see what happens to her? This.
No, I think when him go to her husband, according to her, go tell her husband say she have man. Lord, I never seen nothing like this yet.
Yeah.
When he go to her husband, I think at that point she said, no man, you cross the line now. So she go tell the party and carry the things them go show them. But Lord Jesus, this don't look good at all, man.
Oh, it don't look good. It is sexual harassment. So you have one at the PMP MP down there who's a sexual harasser. I have one who's if it's a sexual predator, I have one who's a pedophile and a profiler of young children.
Mm-mm.
So that's 2 out of the 3. Next one is a full half idiot. But I mean,
Westmoreland people them sad though, you know.
Westmoreland people massage. Westmoreland people are dunce and poor, and then poverty made them more dunce, and them walla in them poverty, and they like their poverty, and the way things are, them like it. They sat there for decades with it.
I feel like you need to do one study down there, you know. You think you can do one study down there?
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, man. Do one study down there. Farm up some question. Put some question together.
Yeah, ask Michelle. Let me know study of them. It's a parish that is also rife with it's a parish, and it is not something that I like to talk about or even want to. But in the scheme of things in this discussion, it is worth mentioning. It's also that was also a very high incidence of incest.
No.
But incest have been so ingrained into our some communities, particular rural communities, where people live far apart and in darkness and all that kind of thing. And the level of poverty that is swirling around down there, that it has become acceptable. So people just say, who making go? My fucking data, and that's as far as they're taking it. You know, they know that must sleep with them data, but you know they don't even want to argue. Man, go man, dirty man, you sleep with the data, and that's as far as it goes. Nobody don't think it's something that them should report, or nobody don't think that is something that is terrible and them should really, really deal with it. That's what it is. So people like that. So Dayton choose the right parish, because after them do all the damage when they down in Northwest St. Anne, it was looking somewhere darker. Northwest St. Anne wasn't as dark. Westmoreland dark, over bush, over mountains, over hidden places. And him find a perfect place, and then him link up with a sexual predator in the form of Green Vase. And I'm just totally baffled that if his wife come from Westmoreland, I'm just totally off the rocks. I want anybody vexing me that are living on this. I just can't fathom it as to why, you know, she would come from down there and then go married this man anyway. Let me stop.
So like how why am I echoing? All right. So like
Let Michelle and Princess talk.
yes, thank you, Karen. So like how the counselor, Miss Chang, said that since the hurricane, she hasn't received anything to assist the people who elected her. How is that working relation going to be going forward? Because I mean, you got to have some kind of relationship, working relationship with your member of parliament. And if it sounds like she's being sabotaged and the people are too, then where does she go from here? Liz?
She can go to the office. She's a counselor. She's an elected representative. She can go, first of all, the parish council get money and get program things to assist in the hurricane relief. And she can demand that the member of parliament give her allocation that he is by law she's entitled to from him. Or she can send, it is usually handled well, it should have been, I don't know if it's through the ministry, but she can go as a counselor, put in the program of assistance to the relevant bodies, and they will come. Because if it's the SDC, she can go in and put in our because them know it's the old parish and she's the council of Savile and Amar. So she can go ahead and do it because she's an elected person. She don't have to directly wait on him because people must understand the MP don't actually get the money in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is that there's a manager from the SCC to each constituency. What you call it, CDC Development Fund, and usage of the fund manager from the SCC. So the councillor now can go to that person who's in charge of the constituency and put in all the persons who go and need help, whether what kind of help, and she don't have to go through him because he's not the one who really handles the money, right? He's supposed to come to, if you have 4 councillors in the meeting, him tell the councillor we are allocated 30 million for the Melissa Relief Program, and 4 into 30 would go up 4, 7, 28. You are each allowed 7. You are each entitled to $7 million, and then $2 million lever. Well, him can use that or him want. Plus, him as MP get a different allocation. She don't need to go to him, and him can't sabotage. She can go to the STC officer in charge of the constituency and give the list of persons and how they need the help and what they need. She can also approach some of the persons is what them name Food for the Poor. She can approach.
Me not hear you talk about the party, you know, because if him not
because the reckoning, there is a split, you know. Is a twin baby right now. Is upfront in wolf in sheep clothing using the PMP name upfront. And behind the scenes, he operates as riser. You never support me. Remember, I said before, he never campaigned in a 63 constituency because he not talk to certain people.
But Liz,
right?
if the man, listen, when me I pick up from where I say right here, so if him was not a riser, right? Because remember him did support Lisa Hanna during the internal election and them something there. But it look like say right now, with Fim predicament now, the risers them could have very well turned against him, you know.
Well, him had to genuflect during the thing, you know, to get back the seat, remember?
Yes.
There was internal right.
But him still is not a, what do call it now? Him is still not a barn riser.
No, he's not a riser. He's not a riser. So them now really relate to him. It's just that in Barna Westfield and the people know the people love him. So them vote him back. But him personally now, them now go then Dennis is not a rising island. See Mark Wallen was trying to throw him under the bus early, and then the situation really begins to get clear explanation begins to be given. So the party, as I said, the reckoning because Mark Wallen cannot relate in any way, shape, or form to the People's National Party. He can't do it. So he's in a quandary. So he's just hanging around to get the pension come September or October thereabouts. Mark Wallen is not interested in doing anything for it because Mark Wallen never come there in the interest of PNP or the people of Jamaica. Mark Wallen come there for him become Minister of Finance, Peter Bunting become Prime Minister, and Christopher Derry become Minister of Communication, so they own the country.
All right.
That's where them come from.
I'm going to try and take a few calls now before we lock off. So, guys, if you want to participate.
About doing fasting. Did I give Michelle thing?
411, do you have anything to say about this whole Vaz Chang thing?
No, so it's not my favorite subject, so we try to do it.
Is that subject?
Yeah, it's what we don't know we're supposed to say about it.
All right.
We suppose she could go to Desmond McKenzie too, and complain. Or maybe I don't know if she can take him to court. I don't know, but that would cost money.
But if she go do that, no, them now go say she the accuser say she go with the labor right, them campaign against him. That was him complaint.
But Michelle make a good point about Minister McKenzie. Princess, she said she's not getting the money. She must go straight to the minister. The minister must put resources for our division.
I'm up or send less to him and send the rest to her. Send her thing directly. I'm of the opinion that she probably should have gone to the police and reported it, but they can't understand the reason why she didn't.
I want to listen, man. Thank you.
She got to the party and she make her complaint to the party, right? She don't want to, scandalize them, and then go force the woman to come out with this because they did nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
She engaged a lawyer. She sued him too. She counter sued.
Yeah, but she had to get a lawyer. So what I'm saying is, why would they do anything about it? I wouldn't expect them to do anything about it. Those are some very strange people,
Some people are saying that they're pushing her across the floor. I hope she doesn't. Because if she cross the floor, the whole thing get out of her hand. We were discussing that earlier.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea either.
No, she needs to stay and fight this.
She needs to stay, and if them rule against her, come up with some ruling about she wrong or some excuse to protect the man, then she take her off the floor.
Oh, them are going to say she wrong. Not talk them something, them man. What you mean by how them are going to say she wrong?
What you mean all about get wrong, Natalie? Yes, Mark stand up when we report Mark to the Dayton Campbell to the party. You see them come out and say they're going to expel me before them even look into it. They never attempt to look into it.
But Karen,
okay.
Can
always do a repeat performance. We're talking about.
So where you tell me say, well on know, with this situation now, she come quick with her attorney, number one. Number two, she never report to the police, as what we all know. But I cannot see where. I mean, you said you reported as well, right? You reported. She reported. Nothing was done because this a set of PNP people. They look like they said they don't investigate anything, right? So when the situation spill over in the public now, and the disgrace come down now, things start to look different. Now, with her having an attorney now, and she's going down the right path legally after the fact. I can't see how the PNP would have expelled her. I just can't see it.
All right, let's look at it this way. I think that what more than likely will happen is that they're going to try and get the two parties together
to talk and then drop them lawsuits.
What? You must be mad. You must be mad.
No, Michelle, they are going to attempt to intimidate her into backing off.
Lord of mercy.
That is going to be their first move because Mark Jefferson Golding, the British tourist that takes the leadership of one of our major political parties, him thrive at having them dirty money around him. Call them, him have Sylvia around him as him chief of security, who kill him wife. Him have Dick Cap around him, Leighton Epstein around him. I don't know where him do. Mess with underage people. I know him have bars. Him have several more because they don't get themselves in public trouble to call up their name. But there are several others. So a whole cabal of dirty, nasty man. The Mario Mitchell down in Manchester, all them nasty things them right about MP Rhoda Crawford. Dalavan Mitchell with 6,000 baby mother and 1,200 picnic. When they name now the PH. We can call them there because we've been calling them. They wouldn't have trouble the other one, they wouldn't get themselves in a public trouble yet. We don't have to call up them name. But the whole most of them and all of them is around Mark Golding and he would tell him why I'm right hand them that are juggling. All of them I'm right hand in a juggling. Him feel very comfortable with those people. And when people warn him about not making Dayton Campbell General Secretary, his response to people, not just me, he said it to me, but he also said it to other people. And he said it on the news media that, we have a simpatico. We're simpatico. We work well together. So
he's a very nice man. Don't forget that he's a very nice. Don't forget that he's a very nice man. He's a very nice man.
All right, make we take some call, guys. The number for the WhatsApp is right there. If you want to call, or you have anything to say, this is somebody that called earlier. If you have anything to say to the people them over here, the ladies them over here, the phone line is open. Lord of mercy.
What do you mean, Lord of mercy? The life is going good.
Me not say nothing, lady.
So the call on the phone now, everybody call Natalie.
Hold on. Hello, good night. Hello. Good night. Yes, you're live. Welcome.
Yeah, respect to the group.
Thank you.
Yeah, love the analysis.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just want to congratulate the group, with the analysis, and I'm here listening.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, man, thank you. Guys, the phone line is open for another 10 minutes. In the meantime, the money, Lord Jesus, the donation money, the hurricane donation money. I look for you then come out with some figures. We want to hear some figures and what they do so far.
Well, there's only two things you can take from that. Either them get up a money and thief it, or them not getting a cent. That's what you
come out and they don't get the money because they know we and Labour Party bloggers about kill them.
Where is it?
Don't send them and get the money. Because they know we are going to kill them. Can the Labour Party bloggers, they're going to have rock for them. And then they come out and say they don't get the money.
So either that, I don't get the money, I'm afraid to say it. And then get up a piece, put a load of money, and one I'm right and the juggling thief it.
No man, the juggling hot over here so tonight though, talk truth. Lord of mercy. So Karen, meanwhile the people them might get ready for call the line. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you notice it, but you know say the whole week or this week we are trending,
Really?
Yes. Me say when me look on social media, are the three we are trending.
We look good, don't we?
Don't it? Let me take that call and come back to it. Hold on. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie. Good night, ladies.
Thank you. Pick up yourself. Welcome.
Karen, boy, you have me a crack up. Miss Karen, I'm making a deal with Mario Michel, so 1,200 baby mother and 9,000 pitney. But you know what, ladies, thanks for all this information that you guys have provided for us to enlighten us on certain things that are happening in the PNP organization, because I myself never know, because I never take so much interest in this until listening to you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, man. All the highlights and information, trust me, is an eye-opener. Thank you, Miss Karen. Thank you. Boy, you're a warrior still.
Pleasure.
All right, bless up.
Thank you. The person who called the other phone, that number is not the one you call. Call let me put the number up on the screen. Moderators, please to drop the number in the chat.
So we are trend.
Yes, my love. The whole week, everybody has sent things. Come give me and say, look there. Una the talk of social media this week.
That's a good thing.
Me say what we do now. Hear me now. What we do now? Cause you know me.
What we do now?
Guess what we do now? No. Them say we make PNP lose the election. Me say then election not done from September.
I am happy to wear that crown.
Yeah. No, sir. Then hear me no. Me say, boy, if somebody ever take up people like we, they say we are sodomite, they say we are this, we are that, all kind of sitting. So me I say then if people ever take up people like we, bottom of the barrel like we, and I talk about we, maybe we're not so bad after all, right? There has to be something about us.
Their lives are disinterested, so the only interesting topic that can make their lives interesting is us.
Yes. So, what you say? You think that them for continue to talk about it?
Oh my man, I wish they would. Just keep it up. Keep the whole damn thing up, man. Just keep it up.
Keep it relevant, yeah.
Keep it up.
Yes. All right, guys. So we'll close the program now because somebody I try to call a phone and I tell them don't call a one, they call it a phone. But we've been here with you guys for a while. So ladies, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Michelle? Well, I don't know.
The reckoning.
The reckoning, man. The reckoning. The Englishman said something about, I think the young lady must have asked him something about his presidency. And he was very upbeat. Yeah, man. When you look at the election results, the difference between the PNP winning and losing was mostly 1,000 or something votes. And we're going to work on that. The clowns seem to be assuming that everything will remain the same. Mm-hmm. I have a strong suspicion that is not so. Where is it? Market G, I with G.
Lord jeez.
Everything will remain the same. That the Labour Party can't do nothing to change, to do any more than what they're doing. So next time around, they just get them 1,900 vote plus and then go into the government. So who sit on the thing saying gone in very hopeful and upbeat now. We're going to be the next time. I hear that. Yeah, I hear that he gave a long speech at last week Sunday's NEC meeting. A long speech outlining all his plans for the coming years. Sorry, something if I'm seeing him alone. And get rid of the right hand, the juggling and look at the man. Very upbeat now, man. He's going to get selfish man. I am give a long speech about all the plans that he's putting out to all the things that I'm going to do. As if it's a government. Some of those plans sound like a government to me, so me and him still living in that delusion. So nobody ever trouble him. Him stay right when there.
And what is now? The phone. Hold on there. Sit here.
The government that the majority. What is that noise?
I don't know.
The government that the people. The government that the majority of the people of the country elected.
Yes.
Right? to deal with all our problems.
Mm-hmm.
They were collecting the relief of coming in the country. And then go set up another page for themselves. Them a building back with Jamaica. Since our building with them a build Jamaica. Right? As if they say they were the government. And then get the little scraps of some money and can come tell me say let them get $1. They can't imagine.
So only no fee, so they get no money.
I don't think them get a cent. But if they do,
no tax, no tax. Next thing you know, they get money and go mass it after 2 people say they don't get no money.
Them cheap it already.
Hey, parents, they must go to the antenna and find out if Mattel and then lend them the 500 million.
I want you to trust me. I want you to trust me when I tell them I soon find out how much money them get. Trust me.
Mm-mm.
And how much of it was loan? How much of it was loan?
Yeah. No, but that's them thing for government. It's them thing for government. For them build back Jamaica fund. Soon find how much money them got. Like if it's $5 or 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we need to know if them the money we then get during the election campaign, if any it was a loan.
Them never get the loan, man. People give them money because Leighton Epstein convinced everybody that we're winning. We're leading in 60. We're leading in all 63 seats. Oh, and the last time we're leading in 47. And
Karen.
we're going to sweep Manchester. And we're going to sweep St. Elizabeth. And it looks like we find a broom. But him convinced them.
Where's the no find a broom?
So him couldn't find a broom to sweep Westwood, to sweep Manchester.
Don't forget the secret weapon, and I was it look like the secret not come out yet.
It has remained a secret. It is baffling to us all.
Look at him, man. It look like say they never need one I rasta broom there. No, but fun and joke aside, remember, you know, the reason why data them tell the people them say them going to win the election because them declare, say them win in the local election. So the people them start believe them now and say, you look like so we are going to win for you. And then remember Cliff use them over nationwide them a hurry up because them look a bit of Mickey over there, you know. Over there talk about breaking news. Mark Golding has crossed it. He is back from the political dead. You know?
I think
my asthma.
I think he keep that clip and play it every day to himself.
My asthma,
to himself.
Cliff use it. Mr. Cliff use it. After go down for that one. Mr. Cliff use say he's back from the political dead.
I think election night, Cliff Hughes was the first one out. In general election night, Cliff Hughes was the first one out in bed.
Where's that?
So they're bringing up Cliff Hughes was the first.
Cliff Hughes was the first one to announce him death on September 3rd. Just like how him did come out and announce Melissa's death, Cliff Hughes announced his death.
Jesus Christ. Me say, you know, last night me over here say, how comes we can't go watch the election in our documentary? The election is nice, you know. Election nice.
I just have viewed it on social media. Suppose me tell you that election is nice. So all over the place we go. What you talking about, man? All over South Manchester, when they go like them own, when they go like them own Newport, we green up Newport, man. They have to walk and stuff and look like them shock. Because they never see so much green cloth in a Newport before. In all the years that Newport exists. No labourite couldn't go in that Newport, but they put up green cloth. We green up Newport. And make them drive the other road.
Me say, the election nice, the election, me say election nice. I don't know who never enjoy themselves, but I enjoy myself. I would have do it again. I would have do it. So Karen, let me ask you a question. You want 411. I never ask this because they don't call this labor right, but they call with labor right. When they call it labor right, you feel that way?
Absolutely none.
What make?
I'm not defending the MP. I got him.
Who is the MP?
And I said, yeah, man, the MP, man. I got him. Because God placed evil in my hands. And God said, Karen Cecilia, and this more you do.
So when them say we are labor, you don't feel no way as a lifelong PNP. Lord Jesus, sorry about that. Talk again, Karen. What you say?
Some PNP people still call me Comrade Cross and Comrade Karen, but if they call me PNP, I am royally pissed.
Okay.
Very much so.
So you say you stand up in front and you stand up back of your MP and beside him.
Anybody that come to me have to pass through Jesus first, then they have to reach me before they reach him.
And you not care.
Them can't pass Jesus, so them can't reach me, and them can't reach him.
And you don't care.
I don't give a crap. What you talking about? Don't give a crap about nothing what them think about.
Okay.
Them not important in the scheme of things.
Okay.
Anybody that come from the MP have to pass Jesus. And if for some reason Jesus take a nap and them get past, them can't pass me.
All right.
And that is that. That is what
so, Liz, do you have anything to say in closing? Oh, I'm sorry.
So the late General Secretary of the PNP, he did have him planned well organized.
What do you mean by the late? Him dead? You know, so me go lock off a program, yeah. I never see a set of woman them love arms out. So what do you mean by the late General Secretary?
If I have Peter Bunting playbook, I try to win general election with an Anderson poll.
Yeah.
Right? Then he had a secret weapon, but they put out on social media to control the narrative. Right? The tactician.
The political tactician.
I send it to Karen. I send it to said I'm going to win. And then they have brother Dan, they call it the Dan cook up polls. Yes, man. And then make up all kind of story. The alleged secret weapon was totally ineffective. Never control the narrative. Right?
Mad now.
The resistance and the Labour Party beaten into submission. Into submission, all of them.
According to Liz, the reckoning is the judgment. Lord Jesus have mercy. No, sir.
No. It's the judgment. They are going to face. They have no idea what is in store for them. So, we should not even try to tell them because even though we know it is hard to explain, they have no idea what is in store for them. And no matter how much new clothes I'm pretty sure Leighton Epstein put on, no pretty clothes, no pretty shirt can cover him soul, him wicked and dreadful soul. Nothing can save him.
Lord have mercy. 411, you know, so you're wrong for what you just said, though. I call him on the late General Secretary. Jesus. No, sir. God forgive. God.
But he's no longer the General Secretary, so I'm late.
I never see this yet.
Princess, have the last words.
You know, say Liz, you know, say me did want you got the inauguration with we, you know. But me never want you come there and show off yourself. But you see, if God spare life next time, yeah, come in.
No, because well, it depends on who is going to be showing as government. But the reckoning is fully matured, and the members of the People's National Party must now be in agreement, unison, that Mark Jefferson Golding time come. He is to be made the late experiment that didn't work. Yeah, the late experiment. The late failed experiment. So it's time now to say to him, you have been given your opportunity to recoup the billions you spent, and now is the time for the People's National Party to be repositioned. So thank you for your, well, them can use the word service, but it's time for you to go. Time come for you to go.
Time come.
Time to say goodbye.
All right, Liz, both are tune. Liz, we know you have the singing voice. Both are
March. But we are March.
Wait there. Blood on fire. Come here. Blood on fire.
No, the PMP did have one where say, Tiaga in the kitchen, na gumble say, so we change it and say, Mark in the kitchen, na gumble say, Mark in the kitchen, na gumble say, go home. Cause him put ketchup the fire, put down the pot, BNP deep on fire. Mark in the kitchen, na grumble say him go home.
For Jesus.
Too bad.
Say goodbye.
You see, true, me can't sing. Me can't do like you know. Me can't do like you because me can't sing. Liz, sing one of that song, man. I know you have one more song in there. Go sing one more.
When she's we're still sang me man is a Karen. The PMP have so much energy.
But time to say goodbye, I stop the song. When you must sign off, time to say goodbye.
No, man, I know it's time to say goodbye. I know time to say goodbye. Oh, you have that one yet too. So let the sideshow begin. Step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry.
That's right.
You know something like that one they do.
Yeah. Mark really talk to.
You can go on the choir.
Mark really is a sad show. But anyway, it was very optimistic at the NEC last week Sunday. I have a whole heap of plans going forward because, you know, he is the Prime Minister. And he have a whole heap of things planned for Jamaica to build back Jamaica because he is the Prime Minister. And maybe the pay things you have with.
Lord have mercy. Boy, when you cracking up the people in the chat last so till they must say, boy, they wanna crack them up.
I'm delusional. Him get delusional.
That's marching song, I'm gonna play that.
Jesus, me say people. I'm afraid YouTube trouble me. Guys, let me tell you about Mr. Vegas song now. So we did the inauguration reception now. I enjoy myself. I eat up the nice food and accepting all the thanks that people are pouring out, right? Because people don't say, boy, we thank on the phone service, right? Because we feel like we are so real military people who save the situation, talk it through, because they reckoning. So when me look at Mr. Vegas, I'm here, because we are much, Mr. Vegas, I do you know? Mr. Vegas, we're marching on to progress. I said, but Mr. Vegas really come up here so come take a PMP song, I spin it round and I sing. Mr. Vegas is a riot. You hear me? I tell you now. But anyway, it's been good tonight, guys. All who just come over here for the first time, be sure to go over on Jamaica 411 channel and subscribe over there. Make sure you subscribe over here. Go over Karen channel, go subscribe as well. And make sure you come back again next week for another episode of the War Room. We just talk the truth over here, so guys. We're not busy so nobody want to vex and talk. Yes, we're coming at one war panty. You understand? And we laugh off and who forget laugh after and so. Right?
But if a war,
how would he say so again? Oh yes, do man a St. Elizabeth. And if a war, my dear. All right, guys. So have a good night. Big up on yourself. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, 411 Liz. Big up on yourself. Thank you for all the beautiful songs.
Thank you, everybody, for the chat. Thank you all for joining. Please continue to listen and big up on yourself and let us keep on choosing Jamaica.
All right.
You need to like up the live now. Now that's when I get so much joy.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm sharing.
All right. Good. Yeah, man. Good night. Thank you.
All right, night, ladies. Night, everyone.
Yes, guys. So that is our regular War Room. You enjoy yourself? Call me soon. I do a laugh in chatting now. Rowan said the program nice. Karen is so funny. The man did. No 411 accountable said the man, the late general. No, sir. Anyway, may I come go put up here now our time after 11. We've been here a while. So I hope you guys had a good time and had fun and stuff like that. So, just make sure you subscribe to all of us and come back again next week. And as I said, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. And all of you there, Jamaica, they say cold front. Make sure someone wrap up on yourself and stay warm and keep us posted. Well, keep me posted because I'm not in Jamaica right now. But let me know how the weather treat you know. All right? So big up on yourself and have a good night. Thank you.
Big up Natalie, JPU, Jamaica, politics uncovered. One people, one team, one vision. Jamaica we say. Jingle. Jamaica politics uncovered, JPU on the scene. Carrying the facts, keeping people informed and clean.
JPU stands strong. Oh yes, we're standing strong.
JPU with Jamaica every day.
Stronger Jamaica
2026,
building back better.
That's the fix.
One people, one team,
one vision we say.
JPU with Jamaica
every day.
Stronger Jamaica
2026,
building back better.
That's the fix.
One people, one team,
one vision we say.
JPU with Jamaica
every day. Real news on time, helping Jamaica plan.
Together we rise, one heart, one land,
one JPU.